Yeah, so I'm Serena Gray. I'm in my 4th year of the Bachelor's of Architecture program here at the University of Arizona in the College of Architecture. And I am the president of the Women in Architecture Society, or WIAS, and we're just an organization on campus that really moves to support girls and women as they move through their architecture, landscape architecture, any design field studies, and then on into their careers, pretty much. So it's just a lot of delegating, a lot of moving pieces, but trying to just create events and working with my executive board. They're heaven sent. They help with everything. So creating events that girls and women can attend to support their academic career and also provide a break from school. That's really important, and providing help for their mental health and everything. Big highlights, probably the people, the connections that we make, our past presidents, the panel series that we do. Every so often we have a lot of women in architecture and other studies that are really great to know. So just kind of more the connections, I would say. So we have a website, gonna plug that, wiasarizona.com. We also have an Instagram, which is wiasarizona. And so those are great ways to find out what we're up to, what we're doing. We're planning a few percentage nights, which are great ways for the community to really support financially our organization. Most of our activities are more student-centered and centric, so community is always welcome, but those are the main ways.
So for me, one of my biggest things was to show women that they have a place in design. Many times the design industry we can see is very filled with men or the presence of male figures. And so my biggest goal was to show women that they had the possibility, whether they're getting their degree in architecture or planning or something of the sort, that they can do so much more and be so much more. And so one of my main accomplishments with the Women in Architecture Society was to bring in women mentors, whether it was we did panels or mixers, and just to give them that presence of women that were killing it in the design industry. So my all-time favorite event that we ever did was a few years back. We did a mixer, a design mixer. So a bunch of women all over the design industry were invited back into the college, and we were able to sit and talk to each one of them. And it was such a neat event because the girls were able to see on the college level what it's like to be an architect, or what it's like to be a landscape architect or an interior designer. And they were able to sit down and have those real life conversations that they wouldn't be able to have with professors in the college. And so it just gave them that tangible sense of they could do literally anything in the design industry. The coolest thing about the Women in Architecture Society is that it was created about a few years ago, so we're still a fairly new club. And what's really neat about that is that the women that are part of the club, and also the men and the non-binary individuals, they are all super involved into it, and they all have a voice. And I love that about our organization, is that it's not a big organization at all. You don't feel that pressure of I can't talk to anyone. The executive board is always running around 500 miles per hour, but that's life at college, right? But they're so approachable, and all our members are approachable, and we know every single one of them. And I love that about this organization. And so a way that people can get involved is if you're in the design industry, whether you are in a videographer, or you're a photographer, or you love fashion or architecture or anything along that sort, is you have a place in the Women in Architecture Society, and we give everybody a voice. And so I love that about us, and I love where it's headed, and the people that are involved in the executive board have such great ideas, thoughts about what the future could hold for them all, and they're just continue to prosper and grow.
Love my club, love the women. Our faculty advisor is amazing, Dr. Schrank, want to plug her as well, so that's it, yeah.